Hi everyone, today we're going to take a look at the best Alienware gaming laptops in the market for this year. First, we're going to show you our top 10 best picks, and we'll talk about what you should look for before buying a best Alienware gaming laptops. You can find links to all of the products we've mentioned in this video down in the description below. Let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have Alienware Area-51M R2 gaming laptop. Considering the price tag of the previous model, few gaming enthusiasts can afford north of $5,000 for a gaming machine. The Area-51M R2 gaming laptop is a less costly configuration of the laptop reviewed previously. Even so, the price is not particularly affordable, nor is this model for the faint of heart. This configuration combines an Intel Core i7-10700K processor, 16GB GDDR6 RAM, and a super-fast 1TB SSD on a single machine. This laptop provides an NVIDIA RTX 2070 Super on the graphics front, the world's first ray tracing graphics card. As for the display, you can go with one of two options. The laptop comes in a 15.6-inch and 17.3-inch version. Both panels offer a 300Hz Threams FHD screen for an unmatchable immersive gaming experience. Design-wise, this laptop is the same machine as the model discussed previously. The battery performance is similar, and the casing is also chunky, reminding you of the old, heavy gaming laptops that you struggled to carry along with you. At best, you can call this laptop a portable desktop. As for the performance, the Area-51M R2 is designed for gaming and performs this function as smoothly as possible. This configuration can play most of the modern AA games at excellent frame rates without any hiccups. Just do not expect to use this laptop on the move. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Alienware M17r4. This Alienware laptop is a uniquely styled gaming machine with top-of-the-line performance and an extremely fair price tag. Although this laptop design maintains the same sci-fi style as the previous version, there are a few upgrades in the latest version. For instance, the M17r4 has faster parts on the inside and an updated internal thermal design, as well as better voltage regulation. Dell has added a high-endurance clear coat for stain resistance, which is a nice touch to this already top-tier Alienware gaming laptop. Speaking of specs, in terms of display, this laptop has an Intel Core i7-10750H 10th Gen processing chip, 16GB DDR4 RAM, and a 512GB SSD hard drive. This model marks Dell's leap to Intel's highest performing mobile silicon, Comet Lake H. The machine is also powered by a discrete NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2066GB GDDR6 graphics card. To keep the price low, you can go for the 1008 LCD screen with a 144 Hz refresh rate, and this laptop will still be a powerful gaming rig. In terms of gaming, this laptop performs smoothly across the board. You can still enjoy a vivid 60 FPS gaming experience at top-tier quality if you do not want to enable ray tracing. It is worth mentioning that this laptop runs all games in Full HD, which is the native resolution of the display. To use an external 144 or 4K display, tone down the settings for an overall smoother gaming experience. The number 3 position is held by Alienware M17r4. The Alienware M17r4 is all set for the April 2021 release. However, the manufacturer has sent some models to reviewing websites for their thoughts. Judging by the reviews, this model is an exceptionally powerful gaming laptop with an equally stylish construction. This laptop can easily power up the entire AA game fleet with no compromises. The M17r4 comes with a 10th Gen Intel Core i7-10870H processor, 16GB DDR4 RAM, and a 1TB SSD for storage. On the graphics front, you will get an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3066GB GDDR6 graphics card. The 17.3-inch FHD 1920x 1083/60 Hz displays 300 nits illumination and covers 100% of the sRGB color gamut, thanks to the NVIDIA GSYNC technology. According to the reviewers, the M17r4 can run every game you throw at it and still get more than 70 FPS with all the settings hitting the maximum level. This is something that we have never seen before in a gaming laptop. especially since ray tracing entered the arena. 1. The raw performance makes this latest version the model for when you need nothing but the best, which means that the cost will definitely turn some potential buyers off. Next at number 4, we have Alienware M17r4. The Alienware M15 is going to be the most sensible option for most people, being a fairly slick balance of both portability and the top-shelf components we've come to expect from Alienware. Being 15.6 inches, it's perhaps the most traditional gaming laptop from Alienware. Well, if you can call its designs traditional at all. 2021 has brought a brand new revision for this particular model, the R4, which, as you would expect, mostly revolves around the inclusion of the new RTX 3000 series of graphics cards, the latest GPU from NVIDIA. Prices currently start at $2,106.99 for the baseline model, featuring an RTX 3070, 16 GB of RAM, 256 GB SSD, 300 Hz HD screen, an Intel Core i7-10850H. It can reach all the way to $2,988.99 for an RTX 3080 machine rocking 32 GB of RAM, 1 TB SSD, and 60 Hz OLED 4K display. If you choose, you can also pack in an E10988HK for an upcharge of around $390, which will quite frankly give you incredible performance but might be slightly overkill for gaming applications. If you're in the UK or Australia, unfortunately we can't give you specific prices because this model hasn't been released in your neck of the woods yet. Because this model is new, we're also not expecting huge price cuts off the bat just yet, for a few months at least. It's worth noting that aside from the new GPU in these machines, the new R4 model is mostly just an iterative improvement over last year's R3 version. The basic chassis, screen options, and 10th Gen Intel Core i7 processors are mostly retained, for example, so unless you're really gunning for that latest GPU, you could potentially save $1 or $2 on the now superseded R3 model. The number 5 position is held by Alienware Area-51M R2. The Alienware Area-51M R2 stands as, quite possibly, the most powerful gaming laptop money can buy right now. Instead of the usual laptop-grade components featured on even the plushest of machines, Alienware opted to pack in actual desktop components into this rather chunky machine. Subsequently, this machine is so powerful it actually requires 2 separate AC adapters to run at full performance. The biggest boon, and perhaps most unique aspect of the Alienware Area-51M is that its CPU and GPU are both fully upgradable, unlike most laptops. Being able to actually plug in a new CPU normally reserved for a desktop is a very cool feature, although the GPU supported in this machine are unique in form factor. So you'll have to buy those directly from Dell further down the line if you're planning on upgrading. So, this is a direct desktop-esque replacement for those who want a machine that's capable of it all. Current prices start at around $2,000/PS2000 for the baseline RTX 2060, Intel Core i7-10700, 16 GB of RAM, and a 256 GB SSD. As you'd expect, you can upgrade those components to an Intel Core and an RTX 2080. Although we're still waiting for the RTX 3000 series of cards to land for this particular machine. We've already seen price cuts of around $500 to $600 for this machine, but because of the huge array of customization that's available for this model, pricing tends to fluctuate pretty wildly depending on the components. We'd also probably advocate holding out until the latest GPU drop for this machine, as it's likely that will herald even bigger discounts on the RTX 2000 model soon. The number 6 position is dominated by Alienware 17. If you're willing to lug around almost tons of gaming laptop, this Alienware model will be worth the burden. It's hard to call it a desktop replacement at this weight, but no matter, its specs more than compete with almost every desktop. It boasts a stunning display that will meet the demands of any and every gamer, 120Hz sync, and at 400 nits, most people find 300 sufficient. It also has 32 GB of DDR4 RAM, and a fast processor over 10,000 on pass mark. Needless to say, it also boasts the top-of-the-line graphics card, the GTX 1080. And as if that wasn't enough, it also has a Thunderbolt 3 port. So if you're editing video, for instance, you could connect an eGPU and get even more GPU power under the hood. For apps like Premiere Pro, This can come in handy. Your PC will use the graphics card for display output, and the other GPU can be used for video rendering. That said, Premiere Pro is not really capable of using 2 GPU at once. Get on it, Adobe. For a gamer, video editor, content creator, or pretty much anyone who wants an incredibly powerful, attractive PC with a top-of-the-line graphics card and display, this Alienware model skips on nothing, including weight. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Alienware 17R4. If you want Alienware's legendary build, quality, and high-quality components, but don't want to spend a ton of cash, this model offers a lot of the same value with just a few compromises. The biggest one is that its screen is 1080p, 300 nits, and only 60s. Still, for most users, the compromises end there. It boasts an i7 7700HQ processor, one of the most common laptop processors out there, which allows for efficiency at high speed. It has 16 GB of RAM and a GTX 1070, meaning it can easily play modern games in medium and high settings, and sometimes ultra too. For the content creator crowd, this PC is very comparable to the more expensive model above. You'll just have to do with a slightly less powerful screen. Fortunately, this model also has Thunderbolt 3, so running an additional GPU or a ridiculous fast SSD hard drive is an easy addition. For virtually all use cases, this PC is a beast out of the box. The number 8 position is held by Alienware AW15R2-8469SLV, for those who can handle a machine with a bit less graphical power, but want lower weight and more detail on their display. This 4K model offers a lot of bang for one's buck. It has plenty of storage space, an attractive metal chassis, and a fast processor. The LED backlit screen looks great, and it has a Thunderbolt 3 port for expanding your graphical power. Next at number 9, we have Alienware AW13R2-8344SLV. This Alienware boasts great specs at a much lower price than other models. It has 256 GB of SSD storage, 16 GB of DDR3 RAM, and a touchscreen with plenty of resolution, 3200x1800. With the 960M GPU, it's not the fastest on the market, but it is able to play modern games at low to medium settings. For those who want the high-quality construction of an Alienware PC with solid performance, this is a great budget pick. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Alienware new M15 Gaming Laptop. The new $1,500 Alienware M15 FHD can easily beat the Dell G515 thanks to its processor, GPU, memory, storage, and display. Since Alienware has a wide variety of models to choose from, I recommend paying attention to this device. Dual PCIe, 2 SSDs are perhaps the only thing that this model lacks. Dell sells both the new M15 and its older version, and the latter is a better option for users. That's all for today. We upload computer and accessories product review videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.